Pablo Neruda, the greatest Chilean poet, is not just the poet, national poet of Chile. He is, of course, the poet of the world because his poems have been translated into the languages of the world, and a lot of people read his poetry. He has, of course, traveled far and wide when he was alive as an ambassador. He, of course, he came to India, and he has written beautifully about many subjects and themes of life. And when it comes to poetry, of course, his poetry is noted for the treatment of love, and his first anthology is, of course, it's completely dedicated to love poems. And now the Calicut University has prescribed the course book, the A05, that is, of course, Signatures is the course for the third semester English students, and the students have to study the poem, rather the extract the word. It is in fact not a poem. But we are, of course, treating it as a poem because it has a lot of poetic qualities. This text, the signatures, the text for third semester of UG, degree students of Calicut University. There are, of course, a lot of extracts taken from the memoirs, so also from letters, so also from diaries, etc. So the first part of this course, that is signatures, is having memoirs of four writers, and one of the memoir we have to study is, of course, by Pablo Neruda. And previous session I recited the poem The Word. Today we are just going to understand the poem in a very deep way. We will be just reading and analyzing each and every line of the poem, and we will just enjoy the poem as well. And now the very title is, of course, The Word. And let's just keep in mind that this particular extract, The Word, is taken from the memoir of Pablo Neruda. And now the poem is, the extract is titled The Word. And the word has a lot of significance because the word, the very title, helps us to understand that language is the greatest force of the world that just makes everything possible. Language is, of course, very powerful. Language is present everywhere. With language, we can do anything. And when it comes to writing, especially poetry, literature, story, novel, or drama, or anything, the writers depend very much on word. And to the writers, word or language is like God. It is the blessing of word. It is the blessing of the linguistic elements. It is, of course, the fullness and the total inspiration from the very perfection and excellence of language of words that poets write. And now, of course, it's good that we remember we have, of course, a lot of beautiful quotations about, a lot of poems are written on the very greatness of language and word. And in the Bible, of course, we read, in the beginning was the Word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That is about, of course, the very incarnation of Jesus Christ. It is taken from the Holy Bible, the book of New Testament book, St. John. So as we read, the word is becoming the God. Likewise, because God is omniscient, omnipresent, and of course omnipotent. Similarly, the word, language, is also present everywhere, very powerful, and it is, of course, it can make anything. It can, of course, it is because of the language, it's because the word that the world is functioning. And this poem, The Word, Pablo Neruda is praising. He is in fact intoxicated by the charm of the beauty of word. And we have the beautiful poem here. You can say anything you want, yes, sir, but it's the words that sing. So we can say anything we want. We say anything, and all that we say is, of course, with the help of words. And of course, those words we speak are in fact singing. Like the effect of the words is just like singing. So everything is done with the help of words. You can say anything you want, yes, sir, but it is the words that sing. They soar and descend. So we say whatever we like, but what happens in our utterance when we speak something, what happens is because of the word. And words can just sing, words that sing. We sing with words. Beautiful songs we have, beautiful music we have, beautiful songs we have, and all that is because of the word. And now the poet is continuing his praise of the word, the greatness of word. Words, they soar and descend. Words can just take us to heavens. Words can, okay, if we don't use words in the right way, we can also just go down to hell. So words just make us good. Words also make us evil. So this is about the the effect of word. It can do good things. It can also do bad things. Right? They soar and descend. They go to heavens. They also go to hell. I bow to them. I admire words. I'm full of awe and respect, and I worship, because words are like sacred. They're pure and sacred. Words come from the authority, the Almighty, that is, of course, God. So I bow to them. I love them. I love any writer, any poet, any writer loves words. And we also, as teachers, as professors, as students, we love words because we want the right word to be used. I love them. I cling to them. Yeah, I'm just remaining very close to the words. I run them down. I run after the right word to come. Every poet is doing the same thing. If when I am speaking, I am just waiting for the right word to come. And the more you use the language, the more fluent you will be. So I run them down. I bite into them. This is very, very interesting. The poet is just like, you bite into an apple. You bite into maybe a pear. You bite into a grape. Similarly, you are biting into a word. What does it mean? A word can give you great happiness. Oh my God, how beautiful it is. I bite into them. I melt them down. Now, I bite into them is, of course, domestic image. A child biting, a man eating, a lady eating a fruit. And now we have another domestic image. I just melt them down. I am melting down like a blacksmith or like a goldsmith. I can make beautiful jewelry with words. I melt them down. I love words so much, the unexpected ones, okay? And sometimes some words which we are not familiar with a writer is not familiar with, just appear very suddenly. And I love those words which appear unexpected way. The ones I wait for greedily or stalk until suddenly they drop. And every poet is waiting for, writing is not easy. You need a lot of patience to write. Shakespeare is Shakespeare because Shakespeare had so much of patience. Wordsworth is Wordsworth because Wordsworth had so much of patience. O.M.V. Kurup is O.M.V. Kurup because O.M.V. Kurup had so much of patience. So for writing, you need to have patience. You have to wait for the right word to come. And the right word comes and you write Madhurikim or Magalai. Right? So you wait for the right word to come. Right? Then the ones I wait for greedily or stalk until suddenly they drop. And now the poet speaks about every word is made of vowels and consonants. Vowels I love. They glitter like colored stones. Vowels, he is using a simile, a beautiful figure of speech. Remember, this is from Memoir, but it has a lot of poetic qualities because he is using figures of speech. And now we have a simile here. Vowels glitter like colored stones, like beautiful diamonds, like beautiful ruby, like, of course, platinum, like stones, a lot of beautiful stones. They glitter like colored stones. They leap like silver fish. And again another. So just like you look at a lake, you look at the ocean, look at the sea, you can see silver fish just jumping, and that's a beautiful scene. Similarly, as the poet is just waiting for the word to come to write a poem, to write a story, words just fly up into the air and just go down into the water, like, and that coming up is from the conscious of the poet, and it is just going down into the language, the poetry. So they glitter like colored stones, they leap like silverfish, they are form, thread, metal, dew. I run up to certain words, they are so beautiful. Some words are very beautiful that I want to fit them all into my poem. Okay, some words are so beautiful and I want to use them in my poetry, and all that you have in his poems, beautiful poems, and I catch them in mid-flight as they buzz past. Sometimes they would be just flying like a bird, and as the words are just flying, the poet just catches them. I trap them, clean them, peel them. I set myself in front of the dish. They have a crystalline texture to me. And just like a hunter or just like a cook, the poet just catches the word, he cleans it, peels it, and cooks it, and he makes, of course, a beautiful dish with words. We will just stop here for some time and we will just continue after a short break. Thank you very much.